a myth busted. But right now, we're gonna check out game
Oh my
number
god,
5.
Tedster, the M40 M43 is a terrible wordy piece. You know, a lot of people go, oh, what do you mean? It's really, really good. Yeah, it was really, really good like 2 years ago before they nerfed the absolute hell out of it. And now it's terrible.
We'll have to see how it does, but you are correct. I'm more of a favor of a Lorraine arty piece on this map. You have the mobility plus the quick
Absolutely.
reload. You don't have to worry about super hills.
You know,
Maybe that
the
4043 though.
M43's, the reload on it, rivals the CGC. It's over 40 seconds, right? Like it's not a
Yes.
quick reloading arty piece, and when you've only got, I mean the battles are 8 minutes long, but let's be honest, you're going to spend a minute getting into position and for the scouts to find someone to shoot at. So you've got 7 minutes, absolute max, where you can be effective. You're not going to really do much in the last minute. Your first shot's probably not going to like kill someone. Ugh. I think the M43 is a mistake. As you're saying, Lorraine absolutely amazing. Or you could switch out one of the. This is steps. It's hills, it's hull down, it's awesome play area for a pattern. So it's not a bad idea to switch out a tier 10 medium for a tier 9 medium, and then you can bring the M53.
Now, even having this arty piece though, Foxy Baddies being very passive. There are not really many lights going out, so the more time that ticks down, I mean, we're already a minute 15 down. The more time that ticks down, that's less damage for that arty piece to get out. So you have to be very wary of that. You can't be playing super passive, but Den obviously getting lit by that 251 of Carjacks from the center there. Den gonna be getting some blind fire coming his way, none of them connecting though. He's going to be very aware that getting to this bush where he was, that there's something wry about that the 251 can see him. So we'll have to see if this Batchat can figure that out. Sublime going to be doing the scouting once again here. Now Carjacks, there's a rock between him and Sublime currently. So Sublime probably thinks it's all good. He's doing a little Tokyo drift there. But potentially here in a few meters, he will be getting lit by Carjacks. Now, I'm very curious. Maybe Carjacks has binoculars and able to pick up that light on that E5 because that's a very long distance for him to grab it. Looks approximately like 400, but if you're going to spot someone through the bush there. Oh, Sublime should be getting lit here very shortly, but does he light Carjacks? It looks like Sublime going to be taking shots, but did he see Carjacks? Carjacks was poking out a little bit there. So now, get flanked. Know the hand that was dealt here as that's the weak side scout. But really, Foxy Baddies don't have a super weak side here. They're pretty much spaced out where they spawn from. So Strike trying to get those eyeballs for the arty piece. Now, Alarai, have you seen the arty fire yet?
No, sir.
So we're 3 minutes, 15 seconds into the match. And the more time that's wasted, we talked about earlier, that DPM of that arty piece is going to be going to waste. And then put yourself in a more critical position where you need that HP to make a push on offense. So Strike going to be getting some lights. The arty shell does come in, only splashing for 366 on Praetorian. He's going to get his tracks broken, but going to let his 100% crew repair those instead of using the repair kit. But the information gained from Praetorian getting tracked there, though, he knows that arty piece is, hey, he's definitely in, K8 through K0. So that allows some of the get flank players to play that east side on the 2 line a little more aggressive to figure out what are Foxy Baddies doing. As Praetorian has no idea that most of these guys are being pushed up. As Strike's going to poke out around the corner, he's going to receive a shot his way, but nothing is going to penetrate. Foxy Baddies are going to be looking to get onto this number 2 cap. 3 minutes 30 remaining. But
You know,
man,
and the flankers they're rotating around the map. You know? One of the things here is Foxy's just wasted far too much time. If their tanks had started in the positions that they're currently in, like off the bat, rather than spending 2 minutes camping, longer than that, 3 minutes camping their base, they wouldn't be so absolutely pressured to do something about this cap situation. They're going to take down Praetorian pretty easy, and they're going to jump on cap. But Get Flank's not going to be in any kind of rush to reset it. They're going to have all day.
yep.
All of their tanks in position, ready to go. I imagine that RU-251 is going to find Tedster really easily. That's going to happen very soon. He's going to be out. The cap is not going to go through. It needs 30 seconds. And Get Flanked has them surrounded. They're just waiting for all of their tanks to arrive in their position. As soon as Ledif gets there, I imagine the whole Get Flanked team is going to roll over that hill, and there's going to be a big brawl. And win or lose doesn't matter. The defender's going to win on a timeout.
Yeah, definitely. And once
That
again, we
251 is
see.
just going to sit down the back, just hide, and he's got all day to do that.
Yep. And that arty piece didn't seem very effective this match. They're also down that 1500 HP in theory. So, Get Flanked looking to be taking a defense here on steps. All hard all the time. Eating some of those heat shells as we seen a little sizzle. He's going to absorb that. Carjack's going in for the ram kill, not being able to pick it up. But does he pick it up with a normal shell, as all hard all the time is going to be doing the wiggle. Den left in cap, last guy alive. Gonna be getting focused down by the Get Flank players. I think Foxy Baddies had to show their hand very early, as they, once again bled out way too much time at the start of the match. And we've seen that been a huge issue in 3 out of the 4 Sand River maps. So Get Flank gonna be taking that one, or the series, up 4-1. Foxy Baddies